Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the New to Wrestling podcast. This week, we watched the July 28th, 1997 edition of Raw is War, and the match card is as follows. In our opening contest, we have a tag team match between the Legion of Doom and Los Boriquas. Next, we have the debuting Truth Commission taking on the random team up of Bob Holly, Flash Funk, and Jesse James in a six-man tag. Next, we have Crush taking on his former boss Farooq in a one-on-one contest. Next, we have the Godwins taking on Dude Love and Steve Austin for the tag team championships. And following, we have, there's a lot of matches, guys, bear with me. Devin, Storm, and Ace Darling in the light heavyweight division. Goldust takes on Rockabilly, and the Patriot takes on Bret Hart in our main event.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Kelsey, the new and new to wrestling. I am Xavier, the not so new, aka the hag, as Kelsey has so affectionately.
Oh my god, that
dubbed
was
me.
so aggressive. I'm sorry for anyone listening with headphones. I just screeched like an animal. I apologize.
Your resident hag. I carry you through the show with as much memory from my 2 to 3 year old brain that I can recall.
And amen and period. Love to
Hello.
see it.
How we feeling? For those of you all listening, this is a week apart, but really it's really only been a day. That's
For
a little
us,
bit of
yeah.
Insider magic for you.
A little behind the curtain. It's like, and the info is we recorded 2 days in a row. Like
2 days in a row. No,
the tea is not, that is iced for sure. The tea is iced in the fridge.
100% lemon. Anyone?
Anyone? I'm good. Love to see you 2 days in a row.
I know, love to
And
see
yesterday was a silly one, and I feel just as silly today until I felt silly enough today until the end of this match, and then something really homicidal took over me, and I kind of can't wait to rant about it.
We're gonna get into it.
Look forward to that.
No, 100%. So this is the final stop on the road to SummerSlam, and SummerSlam is shaping up to be a doozy. There's a lot of matches I'm very much so looking forward to.
Yeah, the girlies are scrapping.
No, 100%. For those of you who don't watch the show every week, unlike us and all of you listening, they gave us quite the recap from the week prior. So if you missed last week,
they had a movie produced for you.
They said, don't even worry. Don't worry.
Baby, it's okay.
We got you. We got plot
points.
We
have Steven Spielberg on the case.
Them all to you. And we love to see it. We do. So after we are treated to that little recappy cap, the Hart Foundation comes out for an interview with Jim Ross. So basically, they've got grievances after what has occurred last week. Boy, do they have grievances. So I love that during the first question, Jim rather is asking this question about are you basically asking Bret to explain his actions from last week and how he is going to face ramifications shortly. He's like, you could have been fined, you could have been fired, and then there's just this moment where Bret just essentially makes Jim absolutely invisible, just all the way around him, and gives Vince this look that's just like, you are such a little post sitting over there. I
swear,
I
read him down,
and he and I see you shrinking and hiding. So I need you to know that I know you're there, and I love that energy. Quite frankly,
it was really a clinic, and you can read somebody down without speaking a single word. and
Hmm.
it's a beautiful skill to have because
No,
that
100%.
took me out. Just this little like
Hmm. No,
lean. If you're
100%.
not watching, we're if you're just listening, we're just like doing the lean with it, rock with it.
100%. It's a look like only known by like kindergarten school teachers, like
Yeah.
someone who's been like caught cheating, like, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you
Or
caught
when
your
like
partner
you're talking
cheating.
in when you're talking in the back of the classroom and you have that teacher who's like cool but don't test her and she turns
Mhm.
around and she's like and you're
And I'm
like
like, all right,
"Mhm, sorry
uh,
sorry
yeah, the bench. I'll go back to the bench. My apologies. Yeah.
yeah
Like,
oh sorry but yeah no like the significant other comes home really late and you flip the light on and you're like
mhm.
hey
I can smell it on you.
I can
Gross.
smell it oh
So it's
horrible
announced during this little interview that Gorilla Monsoon will be hiring a new commissioner. We get a better explanation later, but really that's kind of all we get. Um and basically Brett's asked like, what do you say to all of this? Basically he goes, there's no such thing as justice in America. Just look at OJ. And you're like, okay, I know he's
he
supposed to be the bad guy, but like, god damn it, is he right a lot.
a lot like he ate with that he goes if you want
Mhm.
to learn about no justice in America look at what happened with OJ Simpson and we were like
No, fully
spit
spit
take I
take.
was like
No, 100%.
I
You're like,
mean
he
because
yeah. I mean, not wrong. So, and then he goes basically to explain how the deck is stacked against him. How basically Shawn Michaels being the guest referee is just kind of insurance on making sure that Bret Hart does not get his way.
hmm
Basically he says uh he he goes on to be like, I haven't lost hope, which was like a weird meandering kind of journey he kind of took us on, and I was like, you're the bad guy. I don't really care how hopeful you feel,
I
generally
know
speaking.
so
But then he kind of like,
sad
he course corrects, and basically he's just like, I will be the five-time champion regardless of what you feel. And then he goes on to address HBK, and he's like, you better apologize to the Canadian
oh.
fans for your actions and the words that you have said. And like the thing that's like absolute like insanity is just like, sir, okay, I don't think this beef is like where you be like, I'm the voice of the voiceless. I was like, this is like very much a personal beef between the two
I
of you. I just
swear
like don't. I like, you know what I mean? You're not the martyr you think
yes
you are. It's just
because
weird.
didn't you mug Shawn Michaels in the locker room last week?
Fully.
Isn't that
100.
not what happened? You want him to apologize, and
Right.
you beat his ass so he couldn't be in the match, the flag match.
Mhm.
What?
No, 100%
And
crazy.
like I will talk about this again, but I really hate this like Canada versus America angle because I feel like and I said this if you're not in the show, I went on like a tangent about like Bret Hart's heel turn like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was like if he had gone for the martyr in the WWE, like, fallen angel, like whatever kind of
Right.
thing, okay, yeah, sure, do it. I don't
Great. Love
care.
to
But
see
like
it.
the weird, like, Canada needs me to make you apologize for the wrongs you've committed after you've made me listen to this national anthem
Hmm.
damn near thrice. Like,
No,
I
actually thrice. No,
actually maybe 4 times, except I'm removing one because it was the farmer's daughters and they ate. But
you know what? I'll give him that one,
you
100%.
can that
So
one's for you.
thrice,
So thrice.
100%.
But like yeah, I don't need to say any more about it. It's just you're so right. I pick a lane, but I hate
I
it
feel
that it's
like
the
the
Canadian
more
one.
it's just the more interesting beef is them personally feuding. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
then Canada versus USA because whatever.
Right. It just feels like a very forced angle for two people that are just genuinely dislike each other. Like it's already
Yeah.
there. Like just use that. Um,
Right. Right.
So, and then Bret Hart has one hell of a line when he says, if you were to give the US an enema, you'd stick it right here in Pittsburgh, basically calling Pittsburgh the asshole of America. Crazy,
Mm,
crazy, crazy, crazy. And then he closes it
really
out,
crazy.
uh, calling out the Patriot because the Patriot had some strong words for the Hart Foundation and how, or for Canada rather, about the Hart Foundation and how they should choose their heroes better. And then I get it. His match was pretty much thrown out because of Bret Hart losing his mind at ringside. And
Right.
then for his trouble, he also just got beat up. So like
Yeah.
I do kind of get, why he would also want his comeuppance a
Air
little.
some grievances. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
for sure.
100%. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of how they wrapped that up. And then we move on to our first contest, which is Los Boriquas versus the Legion of Doom. Legion of Doom getting ready for their match against the Godwins at SummerSlam, and Los Boriquas getting ready for their 4-on-4 versus the DOA. We're back with the fedoras and the red matching fits. Love to see it. Not the fedoras, but I'm
Yeah,
glad
yeah.
they're listen, for better or worse, they have chosen a brand
And
and
they
and,
are
and they are
adhering
on
to
the
it.
course.
You are correct. You're right. You're right.
Typical Legion of Doom coming out hot and heavy.
Mm.
It's really their thing. I will say the Las Boricuas did a good job of like asserting themselves in the match. There was a point where they were like really unrelenting, like they had like just a bunch of quick tags.
Yeah.
Miguel does a pretty impressive moonsault. I like a standing moonsault, like just like in the middle of the ring. You're like, okay, cool. I will just make this note quick and move on. I will never not be alarmed every time I see that man. I'm just
And
like,
I know why.
yeah,
And I
I'm
feel
just
bad about it actually
no,
sometimes.
100%. Yeah, I'm just like, he definitely can't help that, but like, wow, wrestling, that must be interesting. Like, yeah,
And I
that's all.
literally every time I think about it, I go, this is bad, bad, bad. Like that's not again, it's like that's just his
Hmm.
body. Like you can't, but every
Right.
time I'm just like, ah, like, and I'm like, no, 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 like
Right. No,
bad.
no, I fully understand. I get it. I get it. So at one point, one of Las Boricuas is getting set up for the Doomsday device when the other members of the Los Boricuas force the disqualification, and then the Godwins come out, of
Hmm.
course, obviously, because they're on their new like we're bad boys.
We're
And
mean. We
on
don't wear shirts and we're mean.
right, 100%. And you know what? Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, 100%. I'll take it. I do fear that that now means the light-hearted hillbilly Jim is like a thing of
I
the past.
don't even say
It
that.
does make me fear that that is the case.
I
And
thought that.
I wish I feel like we just didn't get to say goodbye at the very least. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I wish I had known.
No, I swear you're reading my mind right now. Because when they have their match later and they that banjo music kicked in, I was like, okay, okay. And then I was like, where
No,
is
but it's
he?
different. Did you hear their music? It's like a change. It's like
It's a little
it
different.
starts out with like a one hell of a like pig squeal, and
Yeah.
then like I don't
You
know.
and I were both like,
Yeah,
who is
literally. I
this?
was
And then
just
we're
like,
like, oh.
is all well?
And
Um,
yeah, no, you're so right. Hillbilly Jim, are you okay?
I
Like, let me
know.
know. I miss you so much. This is so upsetting. And this is why they're bad now because they don't have the loving yet firm hand of Hillbilly Jim guiding them anymore, and it's
No,
upsetting.
100%. They're just off the rails.
I just can't believe it.
So LOD Hawk gets dropped on the outside, and then he gets straight up just slapped. He gets a whole
Oof.
bucket right to the cranium. So gross. The splatter, crazy. That could have
And
been like a little forensics project in like middle school. Like really like
about
find the angle and force at which this slap hit this man.
no,
Um
swear.
no,
It's
100%
so true.
crazy.
Like you
Um
said, what did you say? It was like the sound studio. Like
Oh, the Foley
the
stage?
Foley stage. It could have been a good Foley stage sound too.
No,
And I will say
100%.
they threw it all the way back and had wet slop because remember there was a moment
Mm,
where they just put like dry crusts of bread in the bucket and we're
right.
like, man, we're like, okay, that's not and not that I want the liquid slop, but it's just like if we're slopping people, we're slopping people.
No,
Like
100%.
and they
Like, if they
hurt
can figure
our
it out like on Nickelodeon, then I think we can like figure something out.
yeah, and
Uh,
then I remember and harken back to the memory of I know it's in the slop bucket.
well, I
And
feel like that may have been special for
Sunny.
one
Yeah, yeah,
Miss
yeah, yeah.
Miss Sunny.
Miss
Um,
Sun, yeah, Sunny Sunchild. Yeah, but we're back on our liquids versus
mhm, mhm.
solids. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. So animals in the ring basically getting beat up by the Puerto Ricans. Sorry, fam. And yeah, and then we're left just kind of with that. And we're like, all right, cool, got it. Everybody beefing. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Next we are presented with what is supposed to be Triple H versus Vader when we get a kind of backstage interview with Hunter and China's back there. He's just basically we get like a little montage of all of China's involvements in the matches between Mankind and Triple H.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this. And also, like, what a bold move to have Mankind in one storyline and Dude Love in a completely different storyline, like happening on the
So
same show. Like what a risk. You know what I mean? That's a lot to ask of the audience.
I didn't
Um,
even think of that, and that's how good Mick Foley is. That I
that's what I'm
didn't even go
saying.
oh man, I didn't even think of that. That is so
So yeah, no,
crazy.
fully crazy. So
Wow.
we have like a montage. We see all of China's involvement, allowing Hunter to have his winning ways as of late. Um, after a year of not winning for a very long time, so it was really overdue.
Swear.
So
Hmm.
we're glad to see him get more just time. Generally, he's good at his job,
Yeah,
whether we
of
like it or not.
course.
Um,
No, so true.
and then it is announced that at SummerSlam it's going to be a steel cage match between Mankind and Triple H. Love to see it.
Love.
Love to see it. Love to see
Love.
it. Can't wait. I looked at the time. It looks like it's a decently long match. So love to see it.
The way
Mhm.
they've been fighting, it should be.
It better be.
It has to be.
No, 100%.
Like, if I just get one of these little, like, chocolate chip matches and not the whole cookie, I will fight.
No, 100%. No. Save the chocolate chip for TV.
Thank you, period.
He goes on to say, if you lock me up like an animal, then I'll show you like just how animalistic like I can be. And then he goes on to address Vader and he goes, "What time is it?" He's like, "Looks like it's Jenny Craig time." And like just like leaves. And like that's how he ends it. And you're like, bitch. Oh my God, what a bitch. Like that you literally like leave that promo like what a bitch. Like that's so mean. So
And what if,
mean.
like, now, today, it's a deep cut because I don't think Jenny Craig is around anymore, is
No,
it?
I have no idea. Like
I
what
have no idea,
either went
but
bankrupt, got absorbed,
who
became
knows? Like
who
Weight
knows.
Watchers bought it. Like I
Right.
don't know,
Who
but
knows?
Jenny Craig, I remember Jenny Craig, and I was like, looks like it's time for Jenny Craig.
I
How
was like
what a bitchy little read.
I know, and I'm just like, wow, like he's so like you know what I mean? Like the things he says, you're just like, you're so bitchy. Like that's
He's
crazy.
such a little. He's so like, mm, like.
And you're just like and it just like brings me back to that comp like the Slammies when he wins like best hair he's like love
Oh
it
my,
wish you had it
you had it. Eat your heart out. My God, he is so like
uh
he's so
I'll
that. I
edit
don't
this
even
I'll edit this later but he's so He's so crazy. I can't. I can't. He just
He
comes out
is.
here. Ooh.
He's
Ooh.
like, looks like it's time to clock in at Jenny Craig, you little. Like, he's
No,
so
buddy. He's such a
fierce.
low. Ooh. Can't. Can't,
Oh
can't,
my God.
can't. Love to see it,
Serve.
really.
Took me out.
No, 100%. So, Triple H makes his entrance. He's in the ring. He's chilling. He did his little bow. China's out here looking like $1 million as she do.
Oh my God.
When the camera turns to Vader to have his entrance, there was a little bit of a little switcheroo. Mankind comes into the ring dressed as the cameraman, holding the
Obsessed.
camera, comes in and whoops that ass. He comes in and just goes for broke. He smashes the camera into Triple H many which ways. They end up fighting onto the outside of the arena area into the crowd. It's just a mess. I'm so excited. I love when these two fight. It's so good.
Me too. And it's so good. I love the way when Mankind like really knocks somebody's block off. Like he used the camera
Mhm.
like bah, like got him, and then he looked at him and then like looked around like he was confused as to like what happened. And it's
No,
like, baby, you hit him
100%.
with the camera.
No,
Like he is not.
100%.
I know that you're
100%.
borderline indestructible, but he's not. But I love when he does that and goes like,
Speaking of knocking someone's block off, when China tackled Vic in the ring, she got him good. She got him for all he was worth. It was so
she
good. So
she
good.
needs to be recruited by the NFL.
She That's what I'm saying.
She tackled him. It was even just like I don't do sports. I'm not a sport,
Mm.
but like it was
Objectively,
like
it was a good
textbook.
tackle. It was
It
a
was
good
just a good tackle.
Objectively, it was a good tackle.
Beauteous. Loved it.
The thud and like mind you, like he's like 300 pounds basically. He's like
And
two
she
eight.
got
She leveled him.
low in the right
She
position and then she
leveled
like
him.
leveled him.
So good.
Beautiful.
Next, we get a little quick promo from the Truth Commission. Basically, it is the truth will out, and you're like, okay, got it. Yeah, short, sweet, to the point.
Right?
And then we are subjected. I'm gonna say subjected because it's the same promo from last week.
It
It
just
is
yeah.
they just played it again. Brackus is coming for us. This German super heavyweight apparently is just coming, and we should all get ready. And mind you, I'm clamoring to do nothing.
I'm
I don't think this man will be a serve. I don't remember this man from my youth. I cannot recall who Brackus is. All I know is it sounds like shit. So
yeah. Yep. I'm shaking in my boots, but it's just because I'm not wearing socks.
no, 100%. Next we are I guess treated, sure, to the debut of the Truth Commission. The Truth Commission, Recon, Sniper, and the Interrogator. Wow. And I thought it couldn't get better than when we found out the DOA's name last week. This fantastic. Of course.
Recon. It's so
Of course.
funny.
Sniper, Recon. Like, of course.
The So we we were FaceTiming before we started recording, and Xavier's like, "Guess what? I found out the names of the Truth Commission today, and you're gonna be so thrilled." And I was like, "What?" And so when they were coming out, he was watching me like,
No, fully with bated breath.
and I was
Like,
like, what did he just did he say recon? What? And at first I thought it was like the instigator or like the investigator. What was it? Interrogator. I
right.
was like, not
The,
recon. You're telling me like
they they said, move over, Call of Duty. The Truth Commission's here. Recon, Sniper, and the Interrogator.
it's just
Totally
like
spies.
it's it's literally like a verb, a
Mhm.
noun, and like an adjective. Like I don't know. Like it's like Recon, Sniper, and like it's just horrible. And then what's his
Horrible.
name? The Commandant or
The
whatever, which like
Commandant.
makes sense, fine.
Right, sure, sure, sure.
But not, come on, Recon, get in there.
Come on,
Uh,
Rico.
brother,
Brother.
brother, what's that, brother? Like, I
No,
can't.
literally so
And
bad.
at least I would want to be the one that has a the, so I can be like the something.
No,
Not, you can't
100%.
be
Give
the
give me some
Recon
fake
or
importance and thrust it upon
swear.
me.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
I'd
And then
really hope
the
that like weird whatever that saying is, like some have greatness thrust upon them. Like, please, for the love of God.
and it's just the before your name.
No, the greatness is that like SpongeBob like scene of him like trying to
That
start
of
his
the T.
essay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Oh my God,
Uh,
wait. And then we had a jolly good time guessing who was who.
oh yeah, we were like oh,
You're like, okay, if
100%.
that one is Recon, that one we're like, that must be Sniper. And they're like, yeah, because the interrogator, right? Yes.
No, yeah, the
Interrogator
interrogator.
has to be the one with the mustache who like, I don't
No,
know, we were having
100%.
so much
I
fun.
have a note that just says 98% neck. And then right next to him, I also have a note that just says fee fi fo fum. Oh, that's the impression the
And
interrogator
that's
gave
the
me.
interrogator.
No,
And then and then we found out we were right. We are like, confirmed. Okay, yeah,
no,
of course. Because
100%. They said
he
it, and I
couldn't
was
be
like,
Sniper.
got it,
Oh
got
my God,
it.
so funny. I
Oh,
can't
so
stand it.
ridiculous. Gorilla Monsoon is there on commentary in the beginning bit, and basically he said he's hiring a commissioner because the superstars of the WWF think they can just do whatever they please. And then he's like, cough, cough, Bret Hart, cough, cough. And you're just like, whoa. I mean, like, it's kind of all of them, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
was gonna say
Stone
that.
Cold's been wilding back here.
Swirly.
No,
Never forget Miss
100%.
Swirly. I
No,
think of her every day.
never. Brian Pillman also.
He's having nightmares. But even like the gang fights that keep breaking out, the vehicle assault
Assault.
that happened, like the
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 kidnapping and assault
motorcycle,
of that motorcycle.
I swear, like, and he's like, oh, Bret Hart, and it's like,
Mm,
no, like, yes, but also again, like we're slopping people. The
right,
Godwins are
100%.
busting open Hawk's head on the ramp. Like
And you know what?
mankind is pretending to be
Jerry
the
shares the
cameraman.
same sentiments because he calls Gorilla Monsoon the Maytag repairman of the WWF. And you're just like, oh, oh, oh my
I
God.
love like an
No
oddly
wonder he's
specific
hiring
insult.
help. He's taking shots out here, left and right and center. That's crazy. That's nuts.
If someone called me a Maytag repairman, I would leave the country. Like that would be so hurtful to me. Like imagine it's like silence Maytag repairman.
No,
I would be like,
that's how it
oh,
feels. Like that's how it feels he said it.
oh,
Oh.
he was just like again, like I love a really oddly specific insult that doesn't even use curse words. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, and
Mhm.
you look like the Maytag repairman. And the Maytag, not even like a washing machine or like a dishwasher repairman, you specifically work for Maytag. Like that is
Amen.
so funny.
Amen. Amen.
For what? Like,
So,
oh my God, just
honestly, this
got
match
me.
wraps up when the interrogator sidewalk slams one of them. It's just crazy that they were just like, you three, get out there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Bob Holly, Mr. I said, is it double J, triple J? I haven't seen you in
It's
so long.
been
I
so
forget how many
long.
J's you have. And then I was like, oh, it's double, just
100%.
double. And then Flash Funk, such an the odd threesome
Very
that they
much
were.
so. Very much so. And
Strange.
then we get a who is the Patriot kind of little video package. And yeah, it's what you think it is. We reconfirm his name is Del Wilkes. He does have a name. I guess he's not
Mm-hmm.
just the Patriot.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's asked to give like a promo, and basically he's just like, will he accept the challenge from Bret Hart? And he's like, I never turned down a challenge to defend my country. And I was just like, in my head, I was just like, why aren't you just in the military now?
Swear. And the way, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like this was once I saw Double J again, I was like, kind of a missed opportunity for Mr. Desert Storm over there.
No,
He couldn't have
100%.
been the Patriot,
No,
Mama.
100%.
The
He
actual
couldn't he
Patriot
couldn't
here?
have stepped up just storyline wise that you use as a storyline, you know what I mean? Not just
I'm
because it's his
saying.
actual life. It's fine. And basically I have a note that just says this promo gives stolen valor? Question mark? You know, do you know what I mean? Like
No, I do. You're so right.
like it gives like the
That's what I'm
guy.
saying, though.
Right. It's just like the guy who's never actually like done anything, but like out here just like but is like the head of the neighborhood watch and like really thinks like
And like,
something
where's
of
dog
himself.
tags?
Right,
No, no,
right.
no.
Thank
That is a
you.
no, girl.
No, 100%. So
I don't like that. You're so right. Period.
no,
It's
it's just
really
his
weird.
vibe. It just gives like I don't mm.
Mm,
Yeah, it gives me the ick. And then he goes on
agree.
to just be like I don't like the way you talk about my country, and I don't like you very much. And you're like, all right, sick. And that was
Okay, at
that.
least
All
we're
the
getting to
promo.
the point. Like, we
Right.
actually just don't like you.
Hmm.
So I'll take it.
Ridiculous. So next, we get Crush with all of the members of I don't know.
I said the dog's offering apologies.
Love that. Love
Thank
that.
you. I
They
have one
offered
more in
none.
here somewhere, but
Yeah, Crush and the entirety of the DOA, and Farooq and the entirety of the Nation of Domination, meaning that we see the return of Ahmed Johnson. I have a note that just says choker? Question mark. He came out.
y'all,
They came out like looking fierce. I have my second
fierce.
note about the Nation's entrance. That just says the Nation said squad, like all caps. Right.
And amen, and you're so right. They really
They
did. Ahmed's choker, by the way, said Ahmed
mm-hmm.
work.
Love that.
Very 90s.
He's
He's a
like, you're never
90s
gonna
fashion
forget me.
galena. Yeah.
No, it's
And he was
crazy.
looking just like extra juicy. Like he was like slick. Like I don't know, he just looked
Mm-hmm.
like extra
Mm-hmm.
something. He had this sauce today.
No, really. He was like, I'm back, baby.
He said, "No,
Um,
you miss me."
this match was back and forth. It was very high impact considering the two are basically like two super heavyweights. It's I want to see this match. I want to see like Crush actually get a little bit of a comeuppance for getting fired
Yeah.
publicly, and
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
and Savi also gets his but I don't know if we're ever gonna actually do that because they like can't stop fighting with each other, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like it feels like
Which is what Farouk wants, boys. It's what he
100%. Like
wants.
he's playing you both, and now you found friends to like just follow your buffoonery, and now you're out here disputing, and he's gonna go do the next thing. He's already moved on. He's already replaced you, and he already got better fits than when y'all were together. He didn't
Okay.
even try last time. He said, I'm gonna hire all these people, and you know what? He said we're gonna trim the fat. We're going for efficiency. So
And we're gonna upgrade the costuming while we're there.
that's what I'm saying. So crazy.
And
Uh,
that's harsh.
really. And you know
Hard to
what?
take.
Good for you, Farouk, for being the mastermind to be able to pull that all off.
Yeah,
Because
true. True, true. I will say I am willing to follow you in your buffoonery anytime.
thank
It is
you.
one of my favorite things to do.
Love that. Love
I don't
that.
know what the buffoonery is, but if we're getting up to buffoonery, you can count me
Oh,
there.
that's part of
I'll
the
be there.
buffoonery is that there are no details.
Yeah. So true. All I know is I need an extra pair of socks, my passport, and
Mhm.
like a legal license or something, like,
100%.
and
Yeah.
maybe a pen. I don't
Right.
know.
One of us has to like learn to drive a boat. And
Yeah, no, I
after
can,
that, we're
yeah.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll be unstoppable. Yeah, totally.
Oh, this match basically just devolves into once again an all-out fight. Um, Yeah, it just turns. Yeah, the nation starts feuding with the DOA. The Boriquas come out, they start feuding. It's just like everybody hates each other, and Farouk's just like, okay, bye. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. So we'll see these factions actually take on each other properly at SummerSlam. Hopefully, we get some resolution so that we can move on to terrorizing other groups. Guys,
I would love that.
there's other people.
I would love that.
Next we have the tag team championship match between the Godwins, who won the number one contendership last week, and Dude Love and Steve Austin, with Owen and the Bulldog on commentary. Love to see it.
Love.
I love to see it. Not so much Bulldog. It's not that interesting to me as a speaker,
No,
but
he tried, but it wasn't
Owen
good.
had some funnies, not gonna lie.
He was so funny.
He's at one point he goes, I'm gonna need the slot bucket to throw up in. Making in reference to Dude Love's entrance.
Entrance.
There's a
Yeah.
sign in the crowd that really took Kelsey that says, I hate the Femme Nikita. If you have been watching the
Oh
show for a
my
minute,
God.
you know that the Femme Nikita like ad, they especially like the latter part of 96 into the early part of 97, every single day, the Femme Nikita up next. And
Waterboarding us with advertisements for La Femme Nikita. And I
and
was
they
like,
said and they said enough.
enough.
They had
Neon
enough.
sign, neon yellow sign. I hate La Femme Nikita. And I was like, that
Hmm.
is the best sign I have seen. Like, that is such a good
100%.
one. I love
He
it.
uh also had another funny one on commentary where he tells Steve Austin to buff his slammies. And I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, you're so silly. I love
He was
you.
like, you can kiss my butt and then buff my slammies.
Hmm. I have a
Love.
note that just says, dude, love is so fun. I just love
I
watching dude.
love Dude Love. Love.
Like
He is
so,
so
so
silly.
fun.
And I can't stop thinking I can't stop thinking about him knocking whoever it was out and then like just
Fully dancing.
dancing.
I love it.
Oh God.
I live for that.
And okay, this is what I'm saying though. When we used to talk about, I guess because seeing Double J like really sparked all these memories, like
Hmm.
him and Rockabilly, like when and even Rocky might be at this time when they do that like crazy dancing in between, it's just like icky and I don't like it.
No,
But
but
with
this
Dude
is
Love, it just works in his character
because
so
it's
well where
so
it's fun.
cheesy that it's funny. Like, whereas like
Yes.
them, there's like I don't know, it feels like so forced. It feels like they were like
Right.
told to do it. Whereas like Dude Love does it like just because it's hilarious in the moment.
Silly
Like,
goose.
right.
Yeah, and it feels like Dude Love is strong and like fierce and whatever, so he'll knock you out and then like dance over you. But the other ones feel like they use dancing to like access their strength, like to power up, and I don't
No,
like that.
no, 100%.
I don't like that.
100%. No, this is not the Power Rangers, sir. There is not like a choreographed move in which you power up. It's not it.
Like it's like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't.
It's that why I oughta energy, Like it really is. It really is. And I
Yes,
reserve that only for Paul Heyman because it's exactly right for Paul Heyman.
correct and absolutely correct. Thank you.
Um, I have a note that just says hot tag Austin kicking ass. Yeah, Austin, I love the juxtaposition of how ridiculous Dude Love is to how hard Austin goes in the paint. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
totally. No, I love it. I love
yeah.
that. It's literally the snake and the snake charmer.
Love that. No, literally, literally. Um, I have a note that says Henry knocks Austin outside, and at this time, Owen on commentary takes it upon himself to attack Stone Cold from behind, knocks him with the IC title, And yeah, I love it because like as like Stone Cold is like coming to, he's like kind of like playing possum a little bit. He like stumbles over to where Owen goes, like because he sat back down to like, get his ha-has on commentary, and Austin just
Hmm.
grabs him by the lapels of his leather jacket and just throws him on the floor and just starts stomping him.
So
I love
good.
it that he's like, I know I'm gonna about to get like overwhelmed by the rest of the Hart Foundation, but I'm gonna get mine in. Like
And as you
you know what I
should,
mean?
as you
I love
should.
that. He always gets at least a couple in, you know? He's
And
like,
and
I
we could
might go
all
down.
learn something from that.
Got it, got it. The Legion of Doom comes out to like save the day, and Austin jumps on the commentary table, steals Vince's microphone, and to the TV audience, because the people in the arena can't hear this, just go, Owen's gonna get his ass whipped because that's the bottom line, and I love to see it. I just love it
Me
that
too.
it's just like a such a bold move, such a power play.
I
You
love
know?
it. And he literally, the fact that he even put the headset on, because theoretically he could have just held the mic. And he said,
Fully.
no, no, hands
Right.
free. So he could go like this. Like he could
100%. He's like, I'm gonna talk.
gesticulate appropriately.
Right.
And I need that. I absolutely love and need that. And so I just love the attention detail. I love standing on the thing. I love the quickness by which he took Vince's headset on and used it. So good. I just love him so
No,
much.
fully. At some point during the commentary of this match, Bulldog calls out Ken Shamrock to an arm wrestling contest. Which, you know, pause. It plays out in the next two segments. Next, we have Devin Storm taking on Ace Darling in the world's quickest light heavyweight match.
I swear.
It was
4 seconds.
3.5 flippity doos and then a quick roll up and a pin, and that was it. I don't even think I met these people. Who, what?
No,
Like I don't understand.
I don't
Um,
even remember what they look like except the storm one had lots of hair.
right.
That's all
Um,
I got.
because all the while, mind you, so these people don't get an entrance, don't get any explanation as to who they are, and then Shamrock comes out with his music playing and like brings out like a table. He's like, okay, he's a bet. He's like, I'm gonna come out and we're
I'll
gonna
be
do
there.
this.
Yeah.
But mind you, that was more that was it. That was it. The match happened so fast. He brings out a table, and we're like, okay, why did we have a match? Just give me a
Oh,
segment of him coming out with the table. Like if that's what
yeah.
like I
Swear. It was
feel
so silly.
so silly, those poor guys. Um next, we have the SummerSlam giveaway that I wouldn't normally mention because we're well past the giveaway. Except
Hmm.
Jerry was once again heinous towards
Hmm.
Sunny. So Sunny's on the screen basically just gyrating with all of the money. Um
Hmm.
Right. And they're trying to like call winners of the contest that they're gonna send to SummerSlam. It's so exciting. It's just like, here's your big check. Let's jump up and down. Um and Jerry goes, I'd like to invite her over for some rug burns. And Jim Ross retorts with Uncle Jerry, like a shocked Uncle Jerry. And you're like, I'm gonna light myself on fire. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
light
God.
myself on fire.
I can't. My eyes. Like, oh, I'm gonna stab my ears
Brother.
out. Like what? Oh, brother. What is that, brother? No, but literally, like
Get
rug
help.
burns, and then but honestly, kind of love that JR went, ew, Uncle Jerry. Like, ew,
No,
you old
fully,
hag.
fully.
Stop.
Stop it.
God.
Stop it, I say.
Disgusting. I don't like it. And they were also
Mm-hmm.
gross because there was another one earlier when Sable was doing it, and Vince was like, look how hot Sable looks. And we were like, ew, Vince, you're her boss. Like,
Mm-hmm.
icky. I don't like it.
Well, we know how that story
I
ends.
know. I
Um,
know. I'm laughing, but it's trauma.
Oh, I actually have a fun story. I got stopped this morning when I was getting gas. So I was
What?
getting gas. I popped into the 7-Eleven, and this guy, I was wearing I was wearing my All Elite Wrestling shirt. He's like, "Oh, like you're a wrestling fan?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, big one actually." And he's like, "Oh, did you watch the Vince McMahon documentary?" And I was like, "Oh boy, did we!" And I was telling him about the show and all this fun stuff. And he was telling me it was like fun because he was been watching it with his dad, who remembers all these people from like the
Oh,
'80s or whatever. And he's like, "Isn't it so crazy?" I was like, "Yeah, he's a sick man." Um,
sick man. Oh my
but
God,
yeah,
so
so shout out to
crazy.
that guy. Didn't catch his
Oh,
name, but
7-Eleven
yeah,
man. We love
shout out
you.
to ya.
I've been getting so many text messages. Did you see there's a Vince McMahon documentary out? I'm
I
like,
love that. I
did you see
love
we have
that.
a show?
Right, 100%.
No, but
100%.
it's so true. People are like, the tea is hot. Did you see this? I'm like, yes, I did, girl. Get in there.
I know. So just send them a link back. That's all you gotta do.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Just send it
that's
on back.
that gorilla promo.
Guerrilla warfare. I'm just like
Take it.
the grenade, but it's just a link to the show.
Just here, look at my face.
I swear.
So
Oh,
next we have a arm wrestling contest between the British Bulldog and Ken Shamrock, and it's exactly what an arm wrestling contest is. They might as well have just like pulled their schlongs out onto the table and a ruler and just been like, here, let's measure. It was that. It was them two just holding hands, staring into each other's eyes while grimacing, apparently taking the world's thickest shit. Like that's all this was. Like it went on for so long. You're just like, oh
too
wow.
long.
It was so crazy. Like
Xavier and I at one point like looked at each other when we were like, this is too long.
like I don't like so
Watching them in
crazy.
dead silence while they're just going like and like
No,
we were like,
fully.
this is like I
And
feel
then
like I
and then
walked
you
in on
hear them
something.
start screaming. Like they're just like screaming from the effort, and you're just like, what is
Oh
happening?
my God.
And then finally when it looks like the Bulldog's gonna lose, he headbutts Ken Shamrock and then hits him in the head with a steel chair and then repeatedly hits him in the back over and over and over again before absolutely leveling him flat with another headshot, which was
So
absolutely
bad.
brutal, absolutely
Like
crazy. And
vicious.
then he takes a can of dog food. Where were you hiding that? And
And it was a can conveniently open. Like, who handed you that?
no,
Like, it's not like he
fully.
sat there with a can open,
No,
cracked it
he like
open.
popped a lid. Like it was like a
Oh, he popped the
yeah,
lid.
he like popped a lid and then like takes the dog food, smears it all over Ken. Gross.
It was
Gross.
disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
Disgusting.
What a weird segment.
Mm-hmm.
And
What
I
a
know
weird.
that this is just a tiny, tiny precursor to the many weird segments that are like up and
Right.
coming in our feud. But
Right.
like
Weird.
just the dead silence and the constipation grunting and
Mm-hmm.
then the howling and then suddenly it was headbutting and chair shots and dog food.
No, 100%.
It was
100%.
it's just
Only
strange.
in the WWE.
I swear. So weird.
Next we have Goldust taking on Rockabilly. We got a full Goldust entrance this week. Love to see
Thank
it.
God.
Love to see it. It's been a minute.
Yes.
And conveniently at ringside there is a mannequin, a la Umbrella Academy, and it is sporting the dress that Goldust and Marlena have uh chosen for Brian Pillman should he be
Love.
the loser of their match at SummerSlam, and we love it. I love that Goldust takes the microphone and is just like, look at this really little frock. And you're just like, oh,
I
I'm
know.
in. I'm in. I don't even
I'm
care.
sold.
I don't even care what comes next. I'm here for
He
all of it.
literally said frilly little frock.
I love that.
And we
What
were just like, "Ee!" Like
not a frilly little frock.
we
The
were
last
literally
time
like,
I've heard the
cut it
word
out.
Rock was in Wicked. I'm fairly certain was the last time I like actually heard the word frock. So crazy.
I feel like we've talked about, I'm not gonna lie, this is triggering a memory. I feel like we've talked about this on the show before where we talked about like frocks.
Oh, have we
And
really?
I feel like we have. I don't
Someone
know.
catch it. Someone clip
Fact
it.
check
Someone send it
us.
to us.
Swear, because I feel like we have had this discussion before, but it's just
Mm,
such an odd word that it takes me and it makes me feel silly every time I
I
hear it.
know,
Like a
fully. Tis the
milk
season, though.
frock. It's
Um,
Froxy.
Get your frocks out, girly. Just nothing but frocks and Ugg boots, bitches. Let's go.
No, it's Frocks and Crocs.
Oh,
Ew, don't do that though.
that's
Don't
a
do Frocks and
that's
Crocs.
an asleep at the wheel outfit. Jesus.
That's in I'm giving up now.
100%. Would you be caught dead in a car crash in what you're wearing? And I was like, I
Like, I'm
honestly
just
hope so. Um,
no period. So
at least I'll know
true.
he was comfortable.
Swear.
No, 100%. Basically, Marlena then grabs the microphone and she's once again reiterates the Brian Pillman can't fill out his tights line, and then says that she went to her hairdresser and she showed him the dress, and they said that Brian Pillman would be ripe for the picking, which no one wanted to touch. No one wanted to touch with a 10-foot pole.
And she just
I
walked around the ring after she said that, and everyone on commentary was silent. And they were like, not even gonna touch that. And they just moved on.
No, 100%. Love that. It was so funny.
Honestly,
Um,
such a read because I really believe that her
Turnabout's fair
hairdresser
play.
is like, and that they got together and discussed. I can believe that because of who
Right,
she is. I can
right.
just
No,
believe that.
100%. Right.
So that's
Uh,
why it worked for me. I was like,
mhm.
I'm in.
Um, this was crazy. Rockabilly, like this match, like who cares about the match? Rockabilly goes onto the outside of the of the ring, gets in the face of Michael Moore, who is a like heavyweight boxing champion that they introduced earlier in the evening, slaps him in the face, and then gets knocked out immediately.
Hilarious.
What did you think was
I
gonna
honestly love this.
happen? You're
I
so
honestly
crazy. This
like
man,
why, and it makes no sense. He just goes out and is like, oh, by the way, like he like starts like getting in his face, and then he it took me off guard. I literally gasped. He slaps him, and then I was like, oh, and then I
no,
should have known
fully.
immediate retribution was on the table
No,
because it was just like
100%.
bah on the
So,
floor.
no, yeah, absolutely. We love an instant karma moment. But
Me
while
too,
that's
man.
happening, Pillman, of course, jumps into the ring, starts attacking Goldust, grabs the mannequin, attacks Goldust with the mannequin, starts making Goldust kiss the mannequin, and then Marlena starts ripping at his hair and full like monkey in the middle just jumps on his back. Just
Love.
absolutely, we love it. We know she stands by her man and love to see it.
That's my friend.
No,
I
100,
love her.
no, 100%. We
Doesn't
love,
hesitate.
we support that energy.
She is in a full length evening gown and she
Hmm.
goes, not on my watch, and
Bet. She
gets
said,
up in
say the
bed.
fuck less. Say the fuck
So
less.
what? And she jumps in there and she's not playing. She's choking him. She's pulling his hair. She's getting tossed around. Doesn't care. That is
100%.
my girl. I
Hmm.
love
Hmm.
her.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Next, we get a vignette on the Undertaker, and it's basically this kind of
Mm,
like pre-recorded, kind of like three-way interview between Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and the Undertaker. And basically, they're just like it was just like a give Undertaker his flowers. Bret goes on to
yeah.
just be like, he's not like he's not these big men. He's not big, dumb, and stupid and slow. No, no, no. He's like that man
Hmm.
has like otherworldly skills for how large he is, which is just accurate. And then they kind of go
So true.
into the kind of unspoken like unwritten rule that is just like the Undertaker's uh respect across the board from everybody. And you can kind of really
Yeah.
sense that from both Brett and Shawn, because at the end of the day, they're both like, I'm impressed by that guy.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love that they did that because if you put it like if you look at it objectively, like Brett and Shawn hate each other, but the one
Hmm.
thing they agree on is that like Undertaker's that
That
man, like
bitch. Yeah.
that girl. Yeah, and it's crazy. I was watching a clip today from 6 Feet Under,
Hmm.
Undertaker's podcast, and whoever co-hosts with him, I forget his name. I'm so sorry. I think it's like Michael or I'm sorry, but he he said to Undertaker, I thought this was such a good point. He's like, you know what's interesting? I feel like you and Brett have such an amazing chemistry together, like, and no one ever talks about it.
Matt Lyda. Lyda, Lyda.
Yes, Matt Lyda. Um, they were like, he said, I feel like you and Brett had such amazing chemistry on like together fighting in the ring, and like it's rarely spoken about. Like a lot of people talk about your feuds with Mankind, they talk about your feuds with Vader, they talk about like all other feuds that you have, like
Hmm.
Shawn Michaels and Triple H, but they rarely ever talk about like the chemistry that you and Brett had. And like Undertaker like went on and like talked about something and how they like their chemistry. He loved fighting with him, he thought like they had a good thing, and more things, but obviously like just watch their podcast. But I just thought this was good because you could tell like their support for him is so genuine. Like Brett
Hmm.
and Shawn, like how they feel about Undertaker, how everyone does is like it's just the feeling is so genuine.
Right. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Next we get a HBK interview with Vince in the middle of the ring. Basically Vince asks him, "Will you apologize?" And he's like, y'all should know me better than that, because I don't apologize to anyone for anything." And I was like, you know what? Y'all should have known better. That was a dumb question of y'all.
Yeah, seriously.
And then he makes a point of being like, I'm safer out here than I am back there, making reference to being attacked almost on a week-to-week basis at this point,
Mm.
by the Hart Foundation backstage. And basically, he goes on, the rest of the kind of interview goes on to just be like, the energy is like, um, America's Next Top Model. I'm not here to make friends.
No, swear. Oh my God.
100%. And
Wow.
then he says, so in the interest of my safety, I'm going to just jump right on commentary and take your seat, Vin Man. So if you can just show me where that is, that'd be great. And then just shuffles right past Vince anyway.
I love
Uh,
it. He goes, yeah, can you show me your seat? And then pushes him out of the way and just goes himself.
No,
So
love to see
funny.
it. Um, and then it cuts to Bret Hart backstage, like kicking rocks, basically. He's just kicking boxes. He's big mad because he didn't get the apology on the behalf of Canada. Like what?
Hmm.
I was like, you're a grown man. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But sure. And next we have the main event, which is the Patriot taking on Bret Hart now with Shawn Michaels on commentary. Lots of combustible elements there. Bret Hart comes out like with security, and I don't know if that's like for Bret or for Shawn or like what's the deal? Like, but he comes out with
Yeah.
like a whole squad.
A
Very,
brigade.
yeah, very I don't know. What am I thinking of? Like they like FBI agents, but like
I was
really
gonna say, yeah, like Men in
like the
Black or like,
right, the big off like name tags. You're just like, what? Who are these people?
hmm
Um,
hmm
Shawn dancing in his seat, so funny. He's
Yeah.
such a little menace, and I live for it because he's such an instigator. Like I
This
live
was
for
his,
it.
he was so funny on
Hmm.
commentary. Oh my
Oh,
God. Like literally was busting out laughing.
no, 100%. Brett grabs the microphone and once again requests that the Canadian national anthem be played in its entirety. Oh my God. Oh my
Hmm.
God. I'm over
I
it.
can't.
Stop.
The only thing that made this
Stop.
bearable is that they cut to Shawn, who is standing with his heart or his hand over his heart, and he's like legit, like quote unquote crying.
Yeah.
And like he's using the tablecloth to like wipe his tears, and he's going like, oh my God.
He's like, yeah,
Like
he's so bereft. Like, I can't.
I
It's so funny. So funny. What a
it's
little
so
mess.
funny, but I
It's like a
could not
masterclass in
believe.
instigation. I can't. It's so
Swear.
good.
It was
Um,
so good.
I have a note that says the Patriots the most aggressive flag waver I've ever seen.
Yep.
He comes out just flag ablazing, basically.
Swear.
Fun fact for you all, the Patriots music is just for those of you who are not so new to wrestling, and are familiar with Kurt Angle, it's just Kurt Angle's music. They just gave the Patriot, or they gave Kurt Angle because Kurt Angle debuts in 99, I think. And the Patriot, I guess, is long gone by that point because they just said copy paste. So funny to me.
That is great. I think it's funny that they were like, this music really slapped, and I don't think it got the attention it deserves. So let's give it to this guy.
No, 100%.
And I respect that. I
Mhm.
do. So obviously the
uh,
Patriots not going to leave much of a mark because
right.
they're like, you can
Uh,
recycle this music.
so the Patriot comes out and, of course, naturally requests the national anthem to be played, and we were just like, "Oh, great, we get to sit through another national anthem, so fun." And
It's not like ours is better. Sorry.
no, 100%, no, I love it. Speak your truth, Kelsey. It's not a good
I
song.
can't.
Like, it's
It's
not.
not. It's a
It's
poem they put to music. We really could have done so much more.
no,
And
100%.
while I'm saying this, while watching Xavier goes, okay, what about the anthem by Good Charlotte?
Tell me that's not a better national anthem. Like, I'm just
I mean,
saying.
this is the anthem. Throw all your hands up. Am I right, ladies?
That's what
Like,
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Like if
don't
that's
want to be
if
just like you.
I'm sorry, that unites a nation way more than the Star Spangled Banner. I'll say it right now.
No,
Um,
period. I'm sorry. We could
um,
have popped off with that. We
no,
didn't.
100%. But Charlotte, call us. Um,
That's all right.
just I just want to know what you're doing. Like, what's up?
Yeah, what's up,
Uh,
guys? How are you?
100%.
Fellas.
Bret Hart, uh, showing his true colors, attacks the Patriot while the national anthem is playing, which is crazy behavior for somebody who wants the umpteenth, like the most respect for his country,
Right.
out here just doing whatever he wants willy-nilly. I get it, but like, I'm not here for it on either sides, but it's just like weird pedestal you're standing on.
No,
Seems
it
very
is. Weird hill to die on.
right, 100%. Uh on commentary, Shawn Michaels is asked, "Will you be unbiased?" And he responds with the most egregious, "Oh, come on." And you're just like, all right, okay.
Like, Shawn, we have to ask.
No,
Like,
100%. Um During the commercial break, they cut to a flashback of the ring post figure four that has become synonymous with heel Brett. And it's basically just Brett like dissecting the Patriot most of the match. Um, the official gets knocked out while the two are trying to have a little moment in the corner. Brett performs a pile driver on the Patriot. And he goes for the pin, and that is when Shawn Michaels jumps in and breaks it up for Shawn. HBK, I have a note that just says so smug. So smug. And I get it. The Patriot picks up the victory after that and starts celebrating with the flag. Brett is understandably pissed. Shawn jumps on the table and starts dancing. Fantastic. And the show ends in the closing seconds with the Undertaker's gong coming out.
so crazy. I don't know why this
Fantastic.
made me so mad.
Because it was
Okay.
crazy.
This made me really mad because not the Undertaker coming out, love, but I mean the Patriot winning. This made me so mad because it's really pissing me off for a few reasons, but it's really pissing me off that somebody, and I'm not trying to take this from him, but somebody's getting over just because if you go into any bar in the United States and start chanting USA, you'll get a reaction.
Right.
Like he's getting over just because he's anti-Canada.
Right.
And to put some, like, I don't know why this enraged me so badly, where it's like you get like the roll up on Bret Hart and it's like your second match. Like, I don't
I
know.
think
Like
it's less about,
it's humiliating. It's
well, yes,
humiliating.
but
I don't
that's
like that.
well, yes, but I think it's less about the Patriot winning and more that Shawn cost Brett the match.
Right. Which again is like and I know now I'm like really beating a dead horse and
because
like
he doesn't like pick, he has a victory, but there's like an asterisk to it. You know what I mean? So that
right.
Brett forever can be like, mm,
I
you had
know,
help.
but it's like this is the story of Bret Hart. Like I just because this was what was happening for again, this is me beating a dead horse, but like with his heel change where it was like he just kept getting these like hitting the wall where it was like he would lose but because it was an interference or he would
Mm,
win but it was a disqualification and he couldn't get the belt or
right, right.
it was like stupid. And like this I was like I cannot believe like the Canada, USA, whatever has gone so far that now we have a whole wrestler that's just like yeehaw America. Like we're playing the national anthems. We're like, I don't know. Like it just like really felt
Weird energy.
so yes, like I just did not like it. Like I hate to see that. Like and maybe it's because like I know what's coming also now because if you didn't watch our Vince McMahon episode, I do know now what the Montreal Screwjob is. But it just like to me felt, which it's supposed to, I guess, but it felt like humiliating. Like
Hmm.
we are humiliating Bret Hart by like we're having Shawn Michaels come out here, be the color commentator on your match. He's gonna be the ref saying he's gonna be totally down the middle, interfering with your match against someone who's only been in the WWE for like 2 weeks, getting
Right.
the roll up on you because Shawn is interfering after saying he's going to be unbiased.
Hmm.
Like it just enraged me. It
Yes.
enraged me. And I know that's the point, but like
Hmm.
it just really like I was watching and I was just like, you
Right.
cannot be serious.
I'm
Like you
very
cannot
excited to
be
watch SummerSlam.
serious.
Very excited. That match is so good.
I'm gonna have to be on like blood pressure
Between
medication.
guys, recap. SummerSlam is the next episode that we will be watching. SummerSlam 1997. So that is Mankind and Triple H in a steel cage match. We have the Legion of Doom taking on the Godwins in a grudge match. We have a 4-on-4 tag team match between Los Boriquas and the Legion of, or not the Legion of Doom, the Daughters of the American Revolution. We have who else for the Intercontinental Champion? We have Owen Hart taking on Stone Cold Steve Austin for the European Championship. We have the British Bulldog taking on Ken Shamrock, and I think all that leaves is our main event, which is The Undertaker taking on Bret Hart with special guest referee Shawn Michaels.
We have Brian Pillman and Goldust too, right?
Ugh, forgot. Loser wears
Couldn't forget the frilly little frock.
couldn't forget the pretty little frog. So that is where they leave us on this go home edition of Raw is War before SummerSlam. Thank you for watching and catching and commenting and interacting with us wherever you find us, and we will catch ya next week.
We'll see you at SummerSlam.
Bye.
Bye. Well, all right.
Well, all right.
Let's record a podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, part two.